Oh, that's great. That's really good. Oh boy. Well, I better get out of the water because I have a lot to talk about. So, I totally messed up yesterday. Yesterday was July 31st. I was supposed to do the month of July in retrospective video. I guess it just goes to show that I've been having so much fun on vacation that it didn't even occur to me to do it. I mean, listen, it's only the first day of August. Nothing's happened yet. Plus, in a way, I could technically do the month of July in retrospective proper because the month of July is actually over. I mean, honestly, one day isn't really that much of a difference. In fact, I've actually done the previous month in retrospective on the first day of a new month before. I guess it just made sense to do the month in retrospective on the last day of the month because, I mean, it would still be fresh in my head. And one day's difference, not really that big of a deal. Just a habit I got myself into, I suppose. But I do need something to describe as my low, and my low is definitely the fact I forgot to do that video yesterday. But that's okay. I can just do that today. That way we can make up for it, and again, it's only August 1st. Nothing's happened yet. In fact, I don't expect anything to happen for a few days. You know, with the weekend coming up and stuff. So, yeah, I'm good for the moment. For sure, my high is the fact that, well, vacation so far has been nothing short of wonderful. I mean, yeah, there was the fact we really couldn't go out to dinner last night because store just wouldn't take us. But you know what we may do? We had dinner up here. We had burgers and corn on the cob and salt potatoes and a whole bunch of munchies and stuff like that. It was wonderful. And by the way, I think from now on I'll do the video when I get my towel wrapped around me over here. Because now I don't gotta walk very far. Okay. Let's see, this looks about even. More or less. Yep, okay. Okay. Man, you gotta really worry. Man, sometimes I really worry myself whenever I sit here. It's actually why I'm hunched over too, so I don't fall backwards into the water. So yeah, the month of July in retrospective. Now that the month is over. I mean, I guess from now on going forward, I'll sort of leave it at my discretion as to when I do the end of the month in retrospective, either the last day of the month or the day of the new one starting, I suppose. I think I'll leave it up to me. I'll play it by ear. So, it did bother me I forgot to do it last night a little bit, but I'm cool. So, I talked about not doing the right video yesterday. That was my low. My high was obviously just having a fun day of vacation yesterday. And my act of kindness was helping get everything ready for when family was coming and just hanging out with them. It was just wonderful. Honestly, this vacation has been going about as good as a person could hope for. Which, considering that I'm still on vacation during this month, when August starts, I suppose it'd be easy to say that the month of July was nothing less than unmitigated success. Well, it would be easy for me to say, were it not for the fact that my old Facebook account got hacked. And to make matters worse, whoever hacked my account is now trying to hack other people. And there's not a thing I can do about that. To make matters even worse, there's a couple things that I did in the previous month that I really wanted some certain people to see. But because my profile got hacked, a lot of those people weren't able to see it. Again, all I can do is hope and pray that it happens someday, that they are able to see it. But get rid of that. July was a perfectly good month as it was. I mean, the week pretty much started with getting ready for 4th of July, which we celebrated up here. And we had all-you-can-eat crab legs on the Wednesday night before the 4th of July, the day before the 4th of July. So already the month was off to an amazing start. And I guess if there was one way to describe July in one word, I would say, I guess, anticipation. Because I knew the big thing to do at the end of the month was going to be going to Colorado to scatter my grandmother's ashes, as well as take care of a couple other things, which I was able to do. In fact, listen, last time I had to go to Colorado, it was 83 days of nothing but pure hell for weight treatment. This trip could have only gone up from here. And in a lot of ways, it quite literally went up. Because I had to scale the top of Shrine Pass, which I was able to do. And, looking back on it, the only thing about doing that really made me nervous was just the altitude. Because listen, and I've said this before, I've ran 4 marathons and rid 4 100-mile bike rides for charity. And, those made me nervous. Those were something I really had to anticipate and train and prepare for. But with those, even at the worst moments, I knew I was going to finish. Climbing Shrine Pass was the first time I was so incredibly nervous about doing it. A part of it got me really discouraged. Not to the point where I wanted to quit and turn around, but if I were to ever climb Shrine Pass ever again, and maybe someday I will, I'm definitely going to go in being definitely prepared, physically and mentally. And who knows, maybe, obviously I don't think I'll be alone. That's the thing, you shouldn't do Shrine Pass by yourself. You definitely need to take at least one other person with you if you're going to do it. Partly to help keep you motivated to keep going. Or someone to keep chasing you for whatever reason you want to race up to the very top or something like that. I don't know. But I did it. I went to Colorado in the month of July for the first time in over 6 years. And given that, again, I have really bad memories of the last time I was in Colorado, there were times I thought I was just going to snap at my family. Because it was them who all I say my family, really the adults, anyone older than I am, conspired to send me to Denver. There really was a time I thought I was going to snap at every single one of them on this trip. But I didn't. Then again, to be fair, with the altitude being in Dillon alone, in my hotel room, I was already finding myself breathing heavy. I don't think I would have had the energy to snap at anyone. So, in a way, I guess the altitude saved them from, a tongue lashing anyway. Not that it would have gotten physical, but I'd be able to scrap if I had to. The success of the month of July was going to rest on how good of a trip going to Colorado was. And yeah, it didn't just reach expectations. It flat out exceeded them. And now that I think about it, Because I'm trying to think, between 4th of July and going to Colorado, did anything really significant happen that was good? I mean, there were some good weekends up here, to be sure. You know, I got to see family. Oh, what am I thinking? The Marshall Tucker Band. So the Marshall Tucker Band at Point of the Bluff. That was great. And come to think of it, I do believe I saw Madeline Rose at Laurentide. At least I think it was during the month of July I did that. Because Claudia Hoyser was on June 30th. Not during the month of July. So yeah, and I talked about this when I did the State of My Being address a few days ago. Like, I saw four concerts. And they were all a lot of fun. And 3 of them took place in the month of July. So, going to Colorado, seeing those 3 concerts, being up here at Keuka Lake. The one thing that really would have made, get my Facebook account getting hacked, that was a heavy loss. But knowing I've been through worse, it's not a critical one. I'll find a way to bounce back. In fact, I actually have been bouncing back. Little by little. So, I've got no doubt that someday this will all be resolved. I just gotta keep up hope and stuff. And come to think of it, with me doing the month in retrospective now, I can really think about the fact that today is August 1st. There's a lot to look forward to in the coming days. Again, the weekend's already going to be here. That's going to be awesome. I'm seeing my family for the next couple of days visiting from Ohio. That's going to be great too. What else? Unfortunately, there's no birthdays to celebrate in my family. Well, there was one, but August 31st is going to be a big problem because it would have been the day my grandmother would turn 90, but she passed away. There's also what I refer to as my ex-step-grandma. Her birthday is also on August 31st, but I'm not entirely sure if there's any remote plan for that whatsoever. She might visit. That'd be really cool. And also, considering that this is the last summer that we're going to have the cottage the way it is, because, full disclosure, we're going to be tearing it down and rebuilding. Maybe I'll do a tour video of that. Who knows? But, as of right now, I can say that summer is beginning to wind down a little bit. We got a long way to go still. It's only August 1st, which, now that I remember, I used to hate the month of August when I was a kid. I used to utterly dislike this month. Reason being was because, being upstate New York, we go back to school in September, so school was right around the corner. I didn't want to go back to school. So that's why I hate the month of August. Which is a real shame too, because there was one last really big thing to look forward to, and it happened at the end of August, meaning school was really right around the corner. That was my grandmother's birthday, Labor Day weekend, but that's in September. It's just so crazy. Actually, what am I thinking? My nephew turns 3 in August. So yeah, that's something to look forward to and celebrating. Look forward to that. But outside of that, I can't say I can think of much else to look forward to and celebrate. I'm sure there's going to be some parties I'm invited to. I'm sure there's going to be nights I'm out and about and I'll have a fantastic evening. Absolutely. I'm sure that's going to happen. But you can't really predict that stuff. So, I guess right now, if I am worried about anything for the month of... listen, again, July 30th capped off the greatest year of my life. And July 31st was just, kind of a bonus. This previous month was a perfect way to end the best year of my life. So I guess now, if I'm worried about anything, it's just like this next month and probably this next year may or may not live up to the grand expectations that, this previous year was. But, I mean, it's not like this year. I say it was the best year of my life. It was far from perfect. I mean, that thing that happened last February, my grandmother dying, my Facebook account getting hacked, it wasn't always good. I guess the best way to describe it was, in the last year, there was just more consistently good things happening than there were bad things. There was times I was a lot less angry. One could say I could smile and be happy again. And right now, I can smile and be happy here too. I mean, there's a lot to look forward to. There's a new episode of Hot Ones today. I'm gonna watch that. That's gonna be fun. The Olympics are still going on. That's gonna be fun to watch too. That's about it though. At the moment, the only thing I can really think of is my nephew's birthday and, mentally preparing for... You know what? I forgot. Horseheads football is going to start. I think there's going to be at least one game in the month of August I'm going to go to. That'll be fun. I'm going to try and go to all the home games. So, yeah. If there's one thing I've learned paying attention to how good each month has been for me and what's been going on, it's you gotta take it one day at a time. And today is only August 1st. Well, let's say for the sake of argument today winds up being a bad day, you wouldn't know it due to the weather. But no, July 2024 was very good to me. And it capped off the greatest year of my life. I guess the only thing you can do now is keep going from here. Instead of the best year of my life, how about make it the best year in 1 month or 13 months of my life, or 14 or 15? Keep this going. And the latter half of the year really does get exciting. Football's going to be starting soon, fall, holiday season, like Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, all that stuff. That's coming up soon. None of that's happening in the month of August, but it is coming soon. So I guess, worst case scenario, August serves as a warm-up for everything great that's coming soon. And I'm pumped. And if nothing else, I got being up here to get me going. So I hope y'all like this video. If you did, like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow me on social media. As always, I'm very humbled. Made this video for all of you guys to watch. Enjoy for today. Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Thursday. Oh, happy Thursday, folks. And remember, if any of you guys want to talk, I'm always be here to lend you. Always be back. Take care and make good choices. 607 all day, baby.